everyone, I'm Rita with Everything Homemade, and I'm going to share with you what is the best way to extend your growing season. Should you extend it in the spring or should you extend it in the fall? But first, before I dive into that, head to everything-homemade.com. There you can find my cookbooks that I have for sale. One is called Everything Stevia, the other one is called Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough Cookbook. Both of them come in paperback or ebook form. The other cool thing on that website is I have a sourdough masterclass. Now this class is absolutely awesome because I show you how to make sourdough using a gluten starter and also a gluten-free starter. There are hundreds of recipes, step-by-step instruction, easy to understand using my unique two-step method. The enrollment is lifetime, so you get all the updates, you get any new recipes I make using sourdough go on there, plus you have access to me 24/7, so you can send me pictures on a special group on that website. We can manipulate recipes together and just have great communication when it comes to sourdough. I can't wait for you to be there. Right now it is on a Father's Day special, so I have heavily slashed the price of it. If you got a special someone that has always wanted to do sourdough but don't know where to begin, this is the master class for you. So go to everything-homemade.com to enroll. Now to this burning question, should you extend the season in the spring or should you extend the season in the fall? Now, right now it is actually June 2nd. I've had all these plants that you see here in the greenhouse since the second week of May. And we are in northern Alberta, Canada, so we are zone 2 and 3. And what happens in May is that the sun is really high and we get about 20 hours of sunlight here. So that is really critical to note, is that in the spring we have so much more sunlight than we do in the fall. Yes, we're actually cooler in the spring in temperatures than the fall time, but we have a massive increase in sunlight. In the fall, we are decreasing sunlight rapidly. So in August, we go from 15 to 16 hours of sunlight right back down to 8 or 9 hours by the time you hit the end of September. What's important to the plants, what I find after my years of gardening, is that pushing the season in the fall is kind of a waste of time, because yes, your temperatures are warmer, but the decrease in sunlight actually plays a bigger role than the temperature outside. So in the spring, I have my plants here, and so many of these pepper plants are blooming, and even this one right here, we'll get a close-up here, is even setting fruit. It is actually only 18 degrees in this greenhouse right now because it is an overcast day, but the plants are open, there's no wind in here, and they are thriving. Now, springtime, like I said, there is fluctuations in temperature, but what you're gaining is the increase in daylight, and that is key for the plants to pick up their growing and to set fruit quicker. So extend in the spring. Get them underneath plastic if you don't got a greenhouse. Get it where you're making that mock greenhouse with the plastic. That's what I do with the cucumbers. I actually use rebar as my hoops and I put plastic over them, and I get my cucumbers in the ground the second week of May. Even though we're gonna have cooler nighttime temperatures and possibly frost, that plastic is enough to protect them. I also do that with my ground cherries. I have this huge tunnel and I will have that plastic over them till the end of June, keeping them nice and warm during the cooler nights, but also heating them up with that sun during the day. But it allows me to capture this beautiful increase in daylight that we have. So think about the area that you are in. Think about the daylight hours. You want to extend your season when you have the longest daylight hours. And for us, coming off from winter, heading into March, and then into April. April's still too chilly for the greenhouse. We can get a pretty good frost, like a -10 frost. That's too much for just plastic. But coming into May, by the second week of May, you might get a frost going between about -1, maybe -2 Celsius. The plastic will protect your plants, and in the greenhouse here, it's enough to protect them as well. Anything colder, what we do is we move these plants into my husband's shop for overnight, then move them back, which is a bit in the pain of the butt when you've got this many plants. But you know what? We will do it anyway because the extension of the season is so critical to growing delicious peppers and melons, plants that need a little bit more of an extended season. So I sure hope that helps. And remember, go to everything-homemade.com, check out the website, subscribe to it so you can receive all the updates, and I'll see you on the next video.